ready? This video is brought to you in part by Raven Truck Accessories and North Shore Off-Road.
Another adventure. We're off to go explore Transalta. Going to spend the night down in the Ghost River Valley, and then in the morning I'm meeting up with the team from Trails for Tomorrow, and we're going to go explore the Waipress area. So it should be a pretty fun weekend. I'm looking forward to it, and get to try out my new camping system. Oh, and I brought my puppers with me too, so she's going to help me break in the tent tonight. Anyways, thanks for joining, guys. I'm really excited about this trip.
Well, I was off bright and early to go meet up with Devin, Mike, and Russ. We're going to travel on out to the Ghost Valley and do some exploring. But man, what a beautiful morning it was. I love it when you take off on a travel and you can feel the sunlight hitting you as you're traveling on the road. Yeah, it was going to be a beautiful day, and I was really looking forward to it. Well, we had reached the trailhead. It was time to let the dog out, maybe give her a little bit of water and air down the tires.
I do not lose focus. I'm hyper-focused. Some of the stuff that goes on around this place, you know?
Absolutely. This is Devin's cool rig.
It's mint if you squint.
It's mint if you squint. I like that. I got to get some stickers done.
I like Devin's JK8. It's unique, and you don't see too many of them around. It's a pretty capable vehicle as well. Is that your Genesis?
Yeah, highly impractical.
Russ had just installed some brand new speakers in his LJ. Sounded great, but I can't let you listen to the music because I don't want to get a copyright strike. Well, after airing up, it was time to get on the road. It was just after this point when I looked in my rearview mirror and saw some red Rotopax cans bouncing on the road behind me. To my horror, I realized those were mine. I just wanted to add that 100% it was my fault for not making sure they were cinched up. I straightened them, pulled a couple clicks, but there was a couple more clicks left to go.
I do have to say these Rotopax are very tough. They took a little bit of road rash, but they held together pretty good.
Well, as soon as we passed the cattle guard, the little river was overflowing, creating huge ice ruts. Mike had gone in and high-centered his Jeep, so Russ was going to go around and try and pull them out. But they were deep and they were fun. Mike was now out. I decided to take the sideline and go through the deep puddle. There was no issues. It was good to be out on the trails again. The warm weather was definitely getting rid of the snow. We were definitely starting to get a little closer to the mountains. We were starting our descent to head down to the valley floor. Once on the valley floor, we continued on to where the trail would lead us. I still maintain that this is one of the most beautiful places that you can visit and explore. It's on the backside of Banff, so it's the same mountain, it's just the opposite side of them. Absolutely stunning views. You can't get much better than this. We had arrived at our first river crossing. It was now Mike's turn to cross. Now it was Devin's turn. Now it was my turn. Russ had decided to cross at the old ice bridge. It was now collapsed, but that didn't stop him. There are places in this world that give you inspiration. And this place right here, this one inspires me in many ways. I absolutely love it here. If I could, I would live in this valley. This valley is probably one of the biggest sources of inspiration for me to get out and explore. It is so beautiful. Well, after taking a little bit of a breather to enjoy the beautiful surroundings, we decided to continue on down the trail, at least as far as we could go anyways. So we proceeded to the end of the trail, at least as far as we could go. This was the end here. We had to turn around and start heading back. There was not a lot of room to park multiple vehicles at the end of the trail, so Russ tried to go around Mike's. Got in a little bit deep. Getting her used to it. That's why I wanted to let her out here. So on the way back, we were going to stop at the diversion dam to take a couple pictures and then swing by Devil's Gap on the way out of the valley. Of course, heading back meant we had to go across the river again. And of course, Russ had to try the ice bridge. So now we had to make our way over to Devil's Gap. And of course, we had to take the obligatory steep hill. It's always fun. The trail into Devil's Gap was heavily ice rutted. It was a lot of fun, but it was kind of like driving on train tracks. You kind of didn't have a choice as to where you were going to steer. Well, we had reached Devil's Gap. The boys were going to drive their way out. I was going to find myself a campsite. But man, I had to sit and reflect on some of the most beautiful shots I got today. Thanks a lot for coming out with me, guys. That was awesome. Now I'm going to head out for a solo camp.
All right, had a wonderful day adventuring with Mike, Russ, and Devin, and it was a pretty fun day. It's amazing how the whole Ghost River area changes every time you go out, depending on the weather. Anyways, I am actually here. Look at this. Look at the mountains behind me. I'm at a really cool spot. I'm still debating whether or not to camp here, mainly because the wind is getting a little bit brisk. I want to try out the new tent. Oh, yep, I have a new tent. It's out. No longer have a rooftop tent. I am now ground tenting. So we're gonna see how the whole ground tent thing works. I've got a Gazelle Tent from Aubrey over at Gear for Overland. So if you need one, call Aubrey. He can set you up. This will be the first time I've actually camped in this tent tonight, so looking forward to it. I got my puppy with me, so I don't have to lift the puppy into a rooftop tent tonight. I'm looking forward to that. Anyways, I'm still debating as to whether or not this is where I'm going to camp. I like that view, man. Sunrise is going to be absolutely amazing. And I've always kind of wanted to actually camp right here because it's right on the edge of a big cliff here that overlooks the river valley down there, and you got the mountains all in the background, mountains that we were just there exploring. So yeah, I might give this one a try. I might give it a try. As long as the wind doesn't get too bad, I think I'm okay here. Okay, I'm gonna set up camp. Thanks for coming along for the trip, guys. We're gonna have a good night tonight, and then tomorrow we're meeting all the guys from Trails for Tomorrow, and we're going into the Cypress area. Gonna go check out Margaret Lake and a couple of other spots potentially. So looking forward to it. Thanks for joining, everyone. Okay, we've got the tent set up. It's actually set up pretty nicely. Kiwi's in there, not sure whether she's supposed to get in or get out right at the moment. It's kind of funny. But here, check this out. Alright, we're just going to walk inside real quick, and there's Kiwi! There's Kiwi! Okay. Good puppy. So, we've got it set up. We've got the cot set up with our bed. Everything is pretty much ready to go. I think we're gonna have a pretty nice sleep tonight. Kiwi's got her little bed set up here too, so she kind of feels a little bit at home. Yeah, she's such a good puppy. Yes, she is. Anyways, it's kind of neat because you can open up the windows and look outside. It's actually a pretty nice tent. I'm actually happy we went with this decision. I think we're going to be getting a lot of use out of this, and it is pretty easy to set up. And you do get a lot more room in this than you do in, say, a rooftop tent. Well, especially my rooftop tent, because my rooftop tent was, well, one of the smaller ones I think you could get. Anyways, home sweet home for the night.
Well, it was time to cook dinner, and also give Kiwi her dinner as well, and enjoy this campsite.